A waterway through time, the Panama Canal. The Panama Canal is an engineering marvel. Completed in 1914, it revolutionized global trade. The canal connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. This 50-mile waterway allows ships to bypass the treacherous Drake Passage. The Panama Canal drastically shortened travel times and lowered shipping costs. Before the canal, ships had to sail around the tip of South America. This journey was long and dangerous. The Panama Canal transformed global shipping. It made trade faster, cheaper, and more efficient. The canal boosted economies and connected distant cultures. The impact of the Panama Canal is hard to overstate. It remains a vital artery of global commerce. Even today, millions of tons of cargo pass through its locks each year. These goods include everything from oil and gas to manufactured goods and food products. The Panama Canal is a testament to human ingenuity. It is a symbol of our interconnected world. However, the canal faces challenges in the 21st century. The growing pains of progress challenges to the canal. The Panama Canal is facing new challenges. One major issue is the size of modern ships. These massive vessels, known as post-Panamax ships, are too large to fit through the canal's original locks. This size restriction limits the amount of cargo ships can carry. To address this issue, the Panama Canal underwent a major expansion project completed in 2016. This expansion added a new set of locks. These new locks are much larger and can accommodate the larger ships. While the expansion has helped, the canal still faces competition. Other shipping routes are emerging. Climate change is opening up new possibilities in the Arctic. Geopolitical factors are also at play. The Panama Canal must continue to innovate to remain competitive. This innovation includes improving efficiency and exploring new technologies. The canal's future depends on adapting to the changing landscape of global trade. Mexico's moment, the Tehuantepec alternative. The Isthmus of Tehuantepec in Mexico offers a potential alternative to the Panama Canal. This narrow strip of land separates the Gulf of Mexico from the Pacific Ocean. A project known as the Interoceanic Corridor aims to capitalize on this strategic location. The Interoceanic Corridor involves upgrading existing infrastructure. This infrastructure includes railroads, highways, and ports. The goal is to create a more efficient route for transporting goods between the Atlantic and Pacific. The project has the potential to boost the Mexican economy. It could create jobs and stimulate economic growth in the region. The corridor also offers some environmental advantages. A land-based route could help reduce greenhouse gas emissions from ships. However, the Interoceanic Corridor faces its own set of challenges. These challenges include logistical hurdles and the need for significant investment. The success of the project will depend on overcoming these hurdles. A corridor of controversy, China's ambitions in South America. Another proposed alternative to the Panama Canal is the Bi-Oceanic Corridor. This ambitious project aims to connect the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans through South America. The proposed route would cut through several countries including Brazil, Paraguay, and Argentina. China has expressed interest in the project and is seen as a potential major investor. Proponents argue that the Bi-Oceanic Corridor would bring economic benefits to the region. They point to the potential for job creation and infrastructure development. However, the project has also drawn criticism. Environmental groups have raised concerns about deforestation and the impact on biodiversity. The Bi-Oceanic Corridor faces significant challenges. These challenges include environmental concerns, funding issues, and the complex logistics of coordinating such a large-scale project across multiple countries. Whether the project comes to fruition remains to be seen. The Arctic Passage thawing ice and new trade routes. Climate change is opening up new possibilities for shipping routes. One such route is the Northwest Passage, which runs through the Arctic Ocean along the northern coast of North America. As global temperatures rise, the ice in the Arctic is melting at an alarming rate. This melting is making the Northwest Passage increasingly navigable for longer periods of the year. The Northwest Passage offers a potentially shorter route between Asia and Europe compared to traditional shipping routes. This shorter route could reduce travel times and shipping costs. However, the Northwest Passage also presents significant risks. The Arctic environment is harsh and unforgiving. There are also concerns about the impact of increased shipping traffic on the fragile Arctic ecosystem. Charting the future trade routes in a changing world. The future of global trade routes is in flux. The Panama Canal, once the only viable option for connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, now faces competition from alternative routes. Factors such as climate change, technological advancements, and geopolitical shifts are reshaping the landscape of global trade. The Interoceanic Corridor, the Bi-Oceanic Corridor, and the Northwest Passage all represent potential alternatives to the Panama Canal. Each of these routes has its own set of advantages and disadvantages. The success of these projects will depend on a variety of factors, including economic viability, environmental impact, and political will. The future of the Panama Canal depends on its ability to adapt to these changing dynamics. The canal must continue to innovate and invest in new technologies to remain competitive. The canal also needs to address concerns about its environmental impact and its role in a rapidly changing world. Only time will tell which routes will emerge as the dominant arteries of global trade in the 21st century. What is clear is that the world is changing, and the Panama Canal must change with it.